चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 छैया.
Hello and welcome to Baduk One channel, and welcome to continuation of series path from 10Q to first dan, and this is episode 8. I'm playing black and my opponent plays near and say, and there are many options what to do. I can play in close my corner, or I can attack white from this side or from this side. So usually elf AI likes to play from this side, so let's see. Yes, this is common AI strategy to exchange one kick and jump, and usually black plays something here, so let's make a base. And I think we can fight with this stone. Now, if we will play something like p15, then white will get this move at j16, which is pretty big. So I will extend here once, and then I will exploit his weakness in the corner. So usually white extends when black sacrifices 2 stones to get thick shape outside. White plays one more extension, black plays this Atari, then plays this Hane, then plays one more Atari, and then connects. So I will connect this way. So now black shape is very thick, and this exchange for white is mistake, because white is losing center if he will capture this stone. So he did, and since black already has this thickness and white free stones are not settled, then we are simply attacking these stones. And now he is forced to run towards the center, and we will try to make his shape weaker. And then it is also important to add some moves in the center, so white is not controlling everything in the center. It is important. And also this move is aiming to cap here at k10 and continue attack. So usually here white jumps at k10 himself. But in this particular situation my opponent decided to play Temuki, and then I will play this move, which is pretty big because it is pushing white towards my thickness. And now you can see that black is making central influence naturally and simultaneously attacking white group. So my goal is not to kill white group. I'm already happy to have all these moves in center. This move is interesting. I will just play Atari and block. So as I said, I'm not planning to kill white, so I'm okay if white will break through. At the same time, this sacrifice by white allows black to live with his group, plus this group is also strong already, and black already has these stones in the center. So black can consider now several ways. One of these ways is to block white. I think it is playable to make this block, because now I'm aiming not to kill this group, but I'm attacking indirectly this stone at q6. This does not work because white cannot connect, because I will Atari and capture 3 stones. So it was really important for white to play this move at k10. Now, since my goal is not to kill white, actually this move does not work. If black will play simply at n14, then it will be a big problem for white. But I'm willing to sacrifice these 3 stones and to exchange them for cente. So here I will just protect my corner. As I said, with this Hane, I'm switching from attacking central group towards attacking this stone. Now this stone became very weak, and I can enclose it, for example, this way, and plus I already enclosed the corner, so we can say that black has a huge moy on the top side, naturally. In these kind of situations, it is important not to be greedy, not to play from this side, but instead we can pincer white, allow him to make a base on the top side, and then we will get more stones to make our moyo thicker. So here I can also tenuki, even though white may take points from my corner, but I'm already happy to play some big moves. So, for example, in this shape, just to show you, big move is to play this. AI likes to play here, especially Elf.
Last Byoyomi.
And now black has 2 options, to extend towards b14 or to extend towards b16. And I think I will extend here, because even if white will play this move, I will still have this c17 agi. So I will simply play on the left side. Yes, this move is good, but since I already have this 1 stone, I want to use it, and then I will pincer here. I'm not sure about this move. Usually white attaches locally if he wants to make a base, or he could try Taisha, but since black already has stones around, maybe Taisha is not really good. So in this particular case, I will let him live on the top, but I will exchange this for thickness. Also, all these exchanges indirectly make these 2 stones weaker. And now I will just continue playing from on the left. I will play here, and now we can see that black has a huge moya. So white will be forced to invade, and naturally white will get under attack. Since our thickness is here, then correct direction is to play from this group, to push towards our thickness. And white now is exploiting our natural weakness here, which is a good move, but at the same time, if he does not have a clear plan what to do, he just made our wall even stronger. So here we do not want to give white easy life, and I will just solidly connect here, and white is still eyeless. And also I do not like this move at e5, because it leaves this key point that I can exploit. And also pushing from behind and not really good strategy for white. I will simply jump out. So I can already state that white group is dead. I do not see how white can make two eyes. And here, since we already got this stone in the very beginning of the game, these stones I mean, then I will just push my opponent towards this direction. So actually almost any move works here to enclose white. I will jump here. Again, my goal here is not to kill white, but I'm already happy to get these stones, and later with just adding one move, these two stones will die. Actually they are already dead, kind of. And this move I don't think is correct, because I can play Atari, and white does not have enough space inside. So instead white could try different move, playing at b8. This shape locally is already dead for white, and that means that black does not need to add any moves already to kill. So
8,
I will simply
6, 5.
continue enclosing white group because it is already dead. But I should be careful, because white may find some moves to force an eye. This is not a problem. Black connects. This is also not a problem. So now white is forced to make a life with this group, and this jump is a bit far. It should be one space jump, not two space jump. So white can leave if he will play at at R1, but black is already happy that this huge group is dead. Yes, this is correct move. And then, since this group is already dead, and black is already kind of winning, let me try this move, because just to show you that this AG is left here, black can take some points here as well. Again, I do not need to kill white, but it looks like white is dying naturally here because of this. I can even connect.
Last Byoyomi.
And white can make here this Ponuki. Yes, this move is center. Yes, and this Ponuki I just mentioned. But this is only one eye. Okay, my opponent resigned, and let's review this game. Okay, so I played black in this game, and there are many options to play for black, so I decided to test this move. And then my opponent played this, which is really popular because AIs really like this kind of Joseki locally. So usually here I like to invade, but I decided to play solidly. And then my opponent played this move. And I decided to attack to see what he will do. What will he do? And at this point, if I will play this move, then this whole sequence will end up Gote for black. Because if black will come back on some point, if black will exchange this and will come back to this position, then this cut is really painful. So black will have to come back and protect this cut, and then white will have this move. And I did not want to give white this move, because these exchanges, they kind of make white stronger. So white is already not as weak as in the real game. This is why at this point I decided to extend, because I knew that white cannot Tanuki now. If he will play here, then black is really happy to play some double Hane. And even if white will go out, then black still has some edges inside this corner, and black already became stronger here. So this was the reason why I exchanged this J16. When I play this, since black base is already kind of secure, and since white is weak here, he did not add moves. Then I'm just playing this sequence that already explained and making a fixed shape. And this is a big mistake for white. White has a center here, and white has a weak group, so white has to protect it. And this turn is huge. It makes these three stones, they were weak, but now they are strong already. And also, if black will answer somehow locally, then white can simply jump towards the center, and white has this corner, which is pretty big. And this shape already destroys influence from this shape. So black is not really happy with this result. So I'm just saying that this turn is huge. But my opponent did not play this exchange. Instead he lost center, and I played this move. And now black is not afraid of this turn, because black already has this turn. So I block here, he jumps, then this Kosumi is a normal move to damage the shape of opponent. Then this peep is also standard move. Also indirectly this peep is protecting other peep. So for example, if I play just here, then my opponent may play here. Then of course I can play here, but then he will cut. So what is the difference? If I already exchange this and jump, then once he will peep, then I can cut somehow like this. And what to do? I can continue playing like this. He cannot honey because I will cut. If he will extend, I will push. So my goal is to separate this big group from these stones. Even though there is a big threat that white will cut here. So for example, if we will exchange several times and on some point white will cut, then I will probably just play Hane here. And but if I will play Hane, then my opponent can play this move. And then what to do? If I play here, then he will cut. If I play here, then he can cut still. And this is locally a disaster for black, because black allowed white to connect his weak groups. So at this point, probably I would not Hane. I would probably exchange with Atari. And then play something here. This move is threatening to connect underneath, and at the same time it is protecting this cut. So now white cannot cut because of this Atari. And since this move is threatening to connect underneath, this move is kind of center, because if white will play here, then black simply connects and white is in big trouble. So I expect that white would need to play something like this, and then I can continue to play this Hane. Or if I want to save these stones, I would probably jump here. Kind of fighting game. Also, if I play with Kosumi, then white can continue playing towards the center, and later it is important to note that any move from white in this area will be kind of center, threatening to cut. However, this move at 1 helps, so we can see now that if white will cut, then black can capture this way, right? Then it should be different move, some solid move like this. This move is already a threat to cut here. Anyway, since I know that N14 is my weakness, I decided to play this exchange, and I felt that it somehow helps a little bit to protect. So my point is that after white plays here, this connection is not the only option. So this move 1 will give more options to black. This is my point. Okay, so I played here and then I jumped, and then it was a big mistake by white that he played tenuki. White should jump. And the thing is that, okay, from one point, white is not making any points inside. I mean, with this mouse in the center. But at the same time, black cannot really tenuki. I mean, if black will play some big moves, then white can start exploiting these edges. For example, white became already stronger here. He can still test here. Probe, I mean. Then if black will play something like this, then white can probe here as well. So we notice that black is under attack already, meaning that white move 1 is not a bad move. First, it gives white more freedom in the center, plus it makes white stronger, plus it aims from the far distance to exploit weaknesses of black shape, in my opinion. Anyway, my opponent played this move, which is locally big, but locally bigger to play here, because approaching 3-4 point is bigger than approaching 4-4 point. And black is not afraid of double kakari, because white did not occupy an urgent point, so this move is urgent. This move allows black to exploit his thickness here full power. Now we can see that naturally black already got these 3 stones. Also, these stones were indirectly attacking this stone, so the flow is important here. This move, okay, it is a sacrifice, but okay. And then at this point, I thought to protect my corner, but then I did not want white to connect his stones somehow. So I blocked, as I explained during the game, I blocked here not to attack this big group, but to attack this one stone. Of course, at this point, if black simply plays here, white is almost dead. I mean, this big group is almost dead. Okay, white has a center here, then here, then white can make an eye. Actually, it is not even an eye because of this move. So black could kill white in the very beginning, but that would make a game very short and uninteresting. So even though this is a big mistake by white just to play here, everybody knows that white stone is captured already. I decided to play big point. Then white is safe now because he cut out 3 stones. But black got center, so black totally killed agi of this 1 stone, plus these 3 stones are dead, plus this corner is kind of big, plus this is a huge moyo already on the top. And white decided to invade. Same, I'm attacking white, pushing him towards my thickness. If I will play from this side, white will be happy to make a base. And he plays this, so okay, I could continue attack. Even if I will answer here. it would be very difficult for white to live inside. Probably I would play here and then something like that. Then white would have to come back and I can push. I can play here. I can continue attack. So I don't know, maybe it is possible to kill, but I didn't want to make this game super aggressive. So instead I decided to give him space for life on the top, as well as I let him live here easily. But I'm getting something in return. So here I got some thickness, I got this move, and now I got center. So I decided to show you this corner position. So usually white has two moves. One is Viscosumi, when black plays here and lives inside the corner, and another is Viscosumi, when black plays here. But my opponent, he played this move when I extended here, and he played here. And as I showed you at the end of the game, this was a key point. Because locally, if black will play here, and if white will decide to play here, then black can connect. And white corner is destroyed. So we can say that since black already has this thickness on the outside, white has to come back. White has to come back and fix his corner. Then black will be happy to play some big move on the top left. But my opponent, I don't know, consciously or not, he just played Tenuki. Maybe he did not see that there is a big Aji at this c17. And then I simply played this move. Also, I could consider a different strategy to play here and here. Then he would play here, and I would start the fight from this stone. I would play something, because black is totally strong in the center, and black can play different moves. I mean aggressive moves. And while this group becomes stronger, these two stones become weaker, so something will die. But I decided to play a bit different, and then my opponent played this move. So I expected something else. But of course, if white plays here, even if I will allow him to make a wall, white cannot really use his wall, because this black group is strong and these two stones are weak. So it is really difficult for white to find a move here. White can play here and cut for easy settling, or white can play double Hane. Then black plays here, white plays here, so locally white can leave. I think it is best option for white. This is not yet alive, but it is kind of already some potential for eyes with this shape. And if black will Atari, white will connect, and when black has Miai, white can either capture one stone. So for example, if I play here, if white will extend, then I will connect, and then white still will have issue with life. So probably white should just capture this stone instead, and then black can block here, or black can Atari first. Atari, capture and block. And now we can see that white is totally blocked inside this corner. Black is very thick, white has two weak stones, and black has a huge moya. So this is also a strategy. And now, since white played this move on the second line already, then we can just allow him to live and make some thickness. In Sante, it is important not to come back to fix this cut, because if I will come back and fix it, yes, I will become thicker, but then white can start move something like this, because this black group is not yet strong. And white has, even though there is a weakness inside this corner, but white shape outside is kind of strong shape, so white can exploit black's weaknesses somehow and try to get some moves to make a base inside black's moyo. So just an idea. So this is the reason why I did not protect my weakness here, and I just decided to extend the moyo, expand. I could play different move, for example something like this. This also is working pretty good for moyo. Maybe it is even more secure to make points, but I decided to play full power to maximize it as much as possible. And then my opponent invaded in exactly in the middle. Actually, there is a nice move here. White could try this, and obviously if black will play something like this, then white will have this move. So actually this move is threatening to connect somehow with c2. And if black will play here, then white can peep, black will connect, and then I don't know what to do. Maybe steal, try to attach, or just to jump here. But problem is that since black already got move at b4, black can easily jump inside here. So it is already very difficult for white to do something here. If white simply reduces, it is not enough, obviously. Black has a huge moyo. So I think white's mistake was to answer this move. White should start reducing black's moyo at this very point with the same move, for example attaching here. If black will hane, white can extend. Black still has weakness. Black should protect somehow, then white will play here, and already white has one eye. Plus black will have to protect his weakness again, and then white can play something. Here locally, let's go back a little bit. If black will play this Atari, white Atari, black captures, white simply extends here, white is already alive, black cannot kill this group. White is alive. This is also alive. So it was more urgent for white to start destroying black's moyo instead of protecting the top. And it is not a difficult reading, it is just Atari capture and extend, calculation of eye space. And I'm pretty sure that my opponent thought that if he will not protect this cut, then his group will die. And I think this is the only reason why he played here. But if we look at the whole board position, and if we calculate this life and death situation, we can see that white can sacrifice one stone and get a first move to start erasing black influence in the center, black's moyo. So here this move is, it looks super slow, but it is super thick and it is very severe. Already at this point, I think there is no chance for white to live with his stone. I don't see how, because black has stones everywhere. So I don't know, maybe here I would play something like this. Then probably 1, 2, 3, something like this. Black should not should not permit white to leave easily here. This is a point, because black already gave a lot. Black gave this big corner, black sacrificed these 3 stones, black did not kill these 2 stones yet, and it was kind of the last territory for black. And if white will live here and live with all his groups, then black may lose on points. So what is happening with this move? Black is saying that, okay, my friend, I gave you to live on the top, I'm giving you a chance to live somehow on the top right as well. I sacrificed you 3 stones, but in the exchange I got all these stones on the outside, and now this is naturally all my territory. And when white invades, black has to kill, has to try to kill. This is the point. So regarding mistakes in this game, if we go back, can I? Oh, okay, I can use a keyboard. Okay. So first of all, I think white may consider this move. If black will play here and here and then capture this, I mean occupy this corner, then white is already thick outside, and white can continue attacking this group. If black will simply play here, here, white can get some thick shape on the outside. If white wants to fight, maybe white can consider this move. Or maybe just play this exchange first, just to test what does black want to do. If black will play here, white can jump. If black will jump, white can also jump. Black can connect anytime. But white can benefit from this by enclosing a bigger corner, something like that. And white also has this forcing move, and then white can enclose. And I'm not sure if black can kill this group in the center. It is attackable, for sure. It should be attacked also, for sure. But white already got these shapes in the corners, so white can try to live in the center. Black does not have any thickness yet. Okay, so if we will scroll, yes, again, it was a big mistake not to jump. Then I'm looking for our big mistakes. Yes, our big mistake was to play here. So again, only because of one tenuki in a very important moment, black already got these stones, and they affected the game a lot. If we go to the end of the game, we can see that these stones, they played a crucial role in killing white. But on some point, let me see, I think white made a mistake here. If white plays this move, this will be ko, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is dead anyway, because because it will be Atari connect. Yes, so only one eye. If extend here, then just Hane and here. So white was already dead. If play this move, again Hane. If play here, then this move. If play here, then just extend. So white did not have, this is why I said that this move at c10 is a fierce move. Because black does not have to protect anything after white Hane. And what is the difference here? If I would block from the top when he would Hane, I would play here, he would Atari, I would connect, he would extend, and still he is dead. So, because black is super strong on the outside, no edges here. So again, if we go back, recommendation is to pay attention to this kind of connections. Do not play them automatically, and also evaluate the whole board position. For example, here, as you saw, I sacrificed these stones for a bigger gain. I thought it is bigger not to try to kill white group in the very beginning, but just to enclose the corner and capture this stone. It is already a lot, because I'm making these stones, and these stones work with these stones, and they are forming kind of very big influence towards the center. So, what else? I think that's it, because game was short, and I think I spotted key mistakes of my opponent. And thank you for attention, and see you next time. Bye bye.